All right, you are a business, a small business of under 500 employees, or a sole proprietor. Let's see who qualifies for this. Economic injury disaster loan emergency advance. This loan will advance up to 10,000 of economic relief to businesses that are currently experiencing difficulties. I think that's most of us. Overview in response to COVID-19, small business owners in U.S. states, Washington, D.C., or territories can apply for the loan up to 10,000. Um, it's an advance will provide economic relief to businesses experiencing temporary loss of revenue. Funds will be made available through a successful application. This loan advance will not have to be repaid. So, I talk to some people like, I don't take on any debt. If you don't have to repay it, it's not debt. So, I don't want to take on any debt either. Eligibility. SBA's Economic Injury Disaster Loan provides vital economic support to small businesses to help overcome the temporary loss of revenue they're experiencing as a result of COVID-19. This program is for any small business with less than 500 employees, includes sole proprietors, independent contractors, so if you're a roofer or a handyman or whatnot, self-employed persons, and private nonprofit organizations or 501c19s, and it also does veteran organizations. That's a 501c19 is a veterans organization. As long as you've been affected by COVID-19, which we pretty much all have, businesses in certain industries may have more than 500 employees if they meet the SBA's size standards. So you'd want to dig in there if you want to take a quick peek. You probably don't need any help if you're over 500 employees. This is for onesies for small business owners at home. This video. So economic disaster loan will advance funds when made available within days of a successful application. Loan advance will not have to be repaid. So they've just told us twice it will not have to be repaid. It will not have to be repaid. Okay, and this video will be on YouTube. Okay, to apply for it, click here. Sign me up. Let's see this. All right, that's going to take us to the steps. We're going to sign our disclosures, fill out our business info, our business owner info, any additional info, which probably is uploading tax returns, and then summary, and wait a couple days. This opens on April 10th. Today is the 7th, so for LLCs, sole proprietors, you can't apply till the 10th. Let's see. And here's where you go to. Here's the website and the phone number if you have questions. I knew somebody that waited for 3 hours on this phone line and got hung up on, so I wouldn't probably recommend calling. Streamline process requirements. SBA is collecting. Let's make this a little bigger so you can read it. SBA is collecting requested information. Information used to determine applicant is eligible for the loan. If you don't submit information requested, your loan can't be processed. Relying on self-certifications. So they're probably just going to approve anything that comes through, assuming you're not a liar. Understands the SBA is relying on self-certifications contained in this application to verify the applicant is eligible to receive the advance, and that the applicant is providing the self-certification under penalty of perjury. And then I guess there's a U.S. code, 28 U.S.C. 1746. Estimated time for completing this entire is 2 hours and 10 minutes to get this done. You may not need to complete all of the parts. You are required to respond to this collection of information unless displays or currently valid OMB approval number. Wait, what? You're not required to respond to this collection of info unless it displays a currently valid OMB. I don't know what that is. Approval number. Okay. All right. Choose one. Not more business with less than 500 employees. Individual operators, sole prop, with or without employees. And that's most small businesses. And then co-op with less than 500 employees. ESOP, where the employees have done a stock option purchase, and that's an employee stock ownership plan. And then a tribal small business, applicant is a business, including agricultural co-op aquaculture enterprise, a nursery, a producer co-op is under the small business standards, which you can look at here. Applicant is small business less than 500 under SBA standards found here. Applicant is if you're a church or a ministry, application is a private nonprofit that is non-governmental agency or entity that has an effective ruling from the IRS under 501c, D, or E of the IRS Code 5094 or satisfactory evidence of the state that the non-revenue producing organization or entity is a nonprofit, one organized to do business under state, or a faith-based organization. Okay, so hopefully that's you. And then you come down here, review all the following. Applicants not engaged in illegal activity. Principal doesn't make 50% of their money from, or isn't delivered 50% or greater ownership. No principal or applicant with a 50% or greater ownership interest in the business. Okay, is more than 60 days delinquent on child support? No. Applicant is an agricultural farm. Is not an agricultural enterprise, example, a farm, other than a aquaculture enterprise, agricultural co-op, or nursery? Nope. Applicant does not present performance of a sexual nature? No. Applicant does not derive more than 1/3 of gross annual income from legal gambling activities? Nope. Applicant is not in the business of lobbying? Nope. Applicant cannot be a state, local, municipal entity and cannot be a member of Congress? Nope. All right, that turns blue. Move on through here. Put your business name in, your trade name, your EIN, organization type is going to be, I'm an LLC. You might be a sole, most people are sole prop. If you never signed up anything and you're just a handyman that fixes faucets, you're a sole prop. If you make stuff on Etsy and sell napkins or blankets that you sew, you're a sole proprietor, okay? Everybody else, it's a C Corp or S Corp or general partner, limited liability partnership, they're going to know about this. If you're a co-op, you're definitely going to know your situation. If you're a trust, small trust, click that. Independent contractor, like a roofer, someone who works for someone else. Most people, if you get 1099s for most of your money, this is what you are, okay? All right. So click through those. Is the applicant a nonprofit? Yes or no? I would be no. Is the applicant a franchise? I would be no. And then they want your gross revenues in the last 12 months prior to disaster. And I think they're going to take that, where'd that go? I think they're going to take your 12 months times 250% if I'm correct. So let's just say the average American, I think, makes 60,000 times 2.5. So you'd be able to apply for up to 150,000. This would just probably be the max of 10. I think there's another place you can apply. This is just a 10,000 loan. So let's see, gross revenues for 12 months prior to the disaster. So they're going to call it as of January 31st, 2020. So they're probably going to want your 2019 tax return. And then your cost of goods sold. So that's all the expenses that you're having. Well, I guess cost of goods sold is what they're asking for. That's an exact number. Rental properties, residential and commercial only. Lost rents due to the disaster. If you're doing Airbnb, this is you. If you have rental properties, this is you. Non-profit cost of operation for 12 months prior to disaster. So if you're a missionary or a nonprofit, that's you. Combined annual operating expenses for 12 months prior to the date of disaster. So you have your money in, and this will be your money that has to go out, your operating expenses. That might be a home office. It might be your internet monthly bill. It might be your phone bill. It might be your cell phone bill. It might be traveling from not your house. Usually it's, you have to check out the office, but traveling from, not your house to the office, but from the office out to mission. Usually they cover that. Let's see, the travel laws have changed. You contact your CPA. Don't give tax advice. Don't take this as tax advice. Okay, list the secular social services provided by your faith-based entity. If that's for you, you fill that. Compensation for other sources received as a result of that. So did you get other government monies? Most of this is your first rodeo, so you're not going to have anything for that. Provide brief description of other compensation sources. What other monies do you get? So if you're 1099 for roofing, 1099 for working as a contract secretary, if you're 1099 for doing website services, or you just get checks, you can put this stuff here. Primary business address, basic stuff, phone number, email, date you established the business with the state of whatever, business activity, what do you do, find yours there, and then that's business activity. No, I didn't mean to click that. I would probably do business services myself. Detail business activity, advertising and sales, appraisal, billing services, consulting isn't on here, but that covers just about everything. Advertising, appraisal, staffing. I guess that's what they call business services. So if you do something different, wholesale, miscellaneous services, that's nice. Other service, okay? Number of employees, and then if it's just you, you push 1 and click, you'll go to the next stage. So that should be enough to make you dangerous. I'm going to post this right here for you. Actually, let's get you here so you can read this stuff. Let's get you actually here. Okay, we'll copy that and push this here. This will be the overview, and this will be apply. All right, we're going to copy this, and that'll be in underneath the video where the comments are. If you scroll, you'll be able to find that. Okay? All right, great. I hope this helps you guys. God bless you. Bye-bye.